What up, Dokkaners? Coming up tonight, we should be getting the in-game teaser for the upcoming Bardock Dokkan Festival celebration. So in today's video, we're going to be discussing the timing of the unit's release, and we're going to talk about what you guys can do right now to prepare as we are slowly working our way through this block right here. We're going to be jumping into stuff that's more interesting, especially since it's a Dokkan Festival, and we are getting ever so close to the Saiyan Day celebration. There will be a big-time Dokkan Now presentation coming up to cover the Saiyan Day units. When that happens, I will do a video for it. I think because of that, and then of course, people saving up in general, I feel like the Bardock Dokkan Festival is going to be one of the least profitable banners in this year, or at least in the first half of the year. So let's just take a look at everything. If you guys are still going to be summoning for the Bardock, you know who you are. This is not about whether you should summon or not. We're just going to be going over everything. So when is the unit going to be dropping? Let's start with that. It's going to be dropping on the 28th of February, basically the final day of the month, 10:30 p.m. PST. Now, I'm not going to be doing the whole time zone thing. I just want to quickly tell you, I am posting this video 2 days in advance. So 2 days from this video being posted and 6.5 hours after that day's reset, that is when the banner is going to be dropping. Since I live in California, it's going to be the 28th for me. But for most of you around the world who do not live in the West Coast, and obviously, the rest of the world, it's going to be the 29th at some point. So basically, whenever your day's reset is for Dokkan, simply add 6.5 hours. That's the magic number. And then boom, that is when the banner drops. But honestly, it shouldn't matter, as most of you have expressed your reluctance to summon. So most of you are probably not even going to have to worry about this. But they're going to be dropping then, which means the campaign will start then. Let's go through the campaign and let's see what we can do in the meantime to prepare. So we've got the new Dokkan event. You can't really prepare for that. The Ginyu Force and Team Bardock potential release campaign. Now, this is something that we cannot prepare for at this point, as the events are, I believe, are now in maintenance or whatever. But when they do come out, you can focus on that and sort of use that as a vehicle to carry you through the week, the 2-week block, if you guys are new to the game. If you don't have these two teams EZA'd out, you absolutely should. These are two of the best free-to-play teams in existence. And also, they will help carry you through some of the missions that are available on Global right now. If you guys are not aware, there are still a few missions that have not been accounted for on the Global side of the game under the Growth Challenge special missions. So at the moment, I have not done any duplicate EZAs. I have just been doing exactly what Global has provided us. And at the moment, we only have 7 out of 10 on the STR EZAs, and we still have 0 out of 10 on the physical EZAs. If you guys have been following, we've basically been getting, you have to complete an Extreme Z Awakening up to 10 steps on each type. So we've covered Tech, AGL, Int, but we have not finished STR, and we have not finished physical. Now, I'm doing this because I'm following exactly how the global timeline is playing out, because that way, if you are someone who's a veteran in this game, if you've been playing the game for a while, you should be in the same exact spot as me. I know some people, I've spoken to a few tunes who have already taken it upon themselves to do like duplicate EZAs just for the peace of mind of finishing off these missions. You don't have to do that. You shouldn't have to do that. They will be bringing us EZAs for that fact. So if you have not done the Ginyu Force or Team Bardock EZAs, these two sets of teams will literally automatically cover those missions if you're able to do those EZAs. If you're not, well, there will be other options available. So this you can't exactly prepare for right now, but when they do come out, you can work on it. Same with this, the restricted event renewal. This is where you can get the skill orbs for said Ginyu Force Bardock EZAs. Breaking the Siege. Now, this is going to be a fun new event that drops or returns for the first time since, I think it's like 2020 or 2021. This was a worldwide download event. And this actually, I have some videos on this. You guys can go check it out. But this is basically what you got to do here is you're going to be faced with 5 hordes of enemies, 5 waves of enemies. And what you're supposed to be doing is each phase, it gets increasingly more difficult or strict in terms of the condition. The win condition is you have to beat each phase in a certain number of turns. Phases 1 and 2, you have 3 turns to clear each of them. Not collectively, it's each of them. Then for phase 3 and 4, you have 2 turns to clear each of those. And then phase 5, you have 1 turn. So the goal here is to clear the easier rounds while setting up your rotations, stacking the important units, and then strategizing in advance for that final turn, because in the final turn, you have to clear in 1 turn. So that is going to be, I think it's a pretty fun event. I like it. I did do videos on this back in the day, 2 years ago, 1 year ago. So all you got to do is just type in Toonami Dokkan Breaking Siege, or if you're on the channel, you can just do it that way and you will see all of the videos right there. Check it out. Obviously, the times have changed. So in terms of what the unit's kits are, they will obviously be different. But the point is you can watch the videos. You guys can see the strategy behind it so that you guys can be more ready for the event coming out. That is, of course, if we get it. I think we will get it. Actually, if we look at the missions, it should be there, right? Okay, it's not in there. But I imagine it would still be there. And these are the missions, some of the missions that are going to be in this part of the Dokkan celebration. We've got collection of epic battles, so we're going to be getting that. We're going to be getting burst mode. I already talked about collection of epic battles, but actually I will pull up a page on that. Burst mode, that is not in the JP campaign. Go watch my video on burst mode. Same thing. Just go to my channel and just look up burst mode, and it'll explain how it works. Let's actually, we go to burst mode. Do that. Boom. Here is burst mode. And this explains how the whole thing works. And it'll also give you a little bit of insight into this weird glitch that we had a few months ago. So go watch this video. Very useful. And then I think that's it for like the major things here. Yeah. Let's look up collection of epic battles real quick. Collection of epic battles is just another like progression event. All you got to do is just clear wave after wave of enemies relating to the theme. So collection of epic battles for this time around is going to be the Android Cell Saga. So bring an Android Cell Saga team. You guys have seen the showcases for the Gohan and the Cell. Bring those 2 units on their respective teams. You will crush these events. It is going to be awesome. All right, anyway, let's move on now. We've got the Legendary Goku event, GT event, and Vegeta event. So all 3 of these events are coming back. I mean, they're already there, but they are going to be relevant because they are all going to require the low-class warrior mission completion. This is the new one since we're getting a Bardock Dokkan festival. So you have to bring a full low-class warrior team onto the event. Now, this might be a little bit tough for some of you, as low-class warriors don't necessarily have the best set of characters. If we look at the category itself, you got the Team Bardock squad, and if they're fully easy-8 and maybe you have some of those extra characters, you might be a little bit better off. But in general, this might be a little bit challenging for some people. So take some time to look through your personnel and see what you can do here. In terms of leaders, these are some of the units that I put together. I think this pretty much covers it. Turles cannot lead low-class warriors. There are simply not enough movie bosses. The best options are going to be Raditz if you have Giga Chad, or Giga Rad, excuse me. Or if you have the AGL Bardock, he's the best one. He's a defensive stacker, very easy to use, and he leads low-class warrior pretty easily. So then you just run these guys. One little trick, you don't have to have the friend unit be a part of the low-class warriors. The friend unit can be whatever you want. So if you can put together a team that is a low-class warrior and pure Saiyans, that will be a lot easier for yourself. So for example, if we run Giga Rad as the lead, where is he? Where's Giga Rad? Okay, so we run him. We'll run just the full Team Bardock squad, actually. So let's just do that. Whatever. I'm just randomly throwing characters on it. They may not even be the best ones. All right, so these guys are all your team. You could run like a physical transforming Vegeta as your friend unit because he will lead pure Saiyans and he will also fall under the Giga Rad's leader skill. So try to big brain it like that if possible. Again, you have time. You've got a couple of days. So take the time now to prepare. That's what I'm telling you. Moving on here, we've got Ultimate Clash coming up. I don't believe the LR Tech Oob will be easying during this time. So for those of you who might have spent your battlefield currency on the LR Metacooler Army EZA, I think you can rest assured. Okay, I'm not going to say for sure. I'm pretty sure you're not going to have to worry about that on this one. I think the LR Oob EZA is going to be dropping during the Yamcha celebration, or maybe earlier than that. I don't know. Look out for that. If you guys are new to the game, Ultimate Clash, just do your best to work your way through and put together more and more teams. I struggled on this when I started out, and one thing that I did was I was very particular about the teams that I would run. Early on, I would use more free-to-play or type-related teams, and then further on, I would occasionally on the next clash or the clash afterwards, I would take some of the units that were the best parts of my previous teams and try to shift them up to the later stages to allow myself to have a little bit more firepower at the end instead of fizzling out. So just, you know, it's a slow process. If you guys are new, it'll take some time, but you'll get there. New EZA. So Super Saiyan 3 Bardock EZA is not in the game yet, but you guys want to, you guys can prepare. If you have this unit in your box, simply just go to the Dokkan event and get the medals needed to awaken. If you have extra copies, then you can awaken those copies as well, saving you some Kais. This event is not out yet, but real quickly, the weakness is storied figures. Oh my gosh. All right, storied figures is going to be a tough one if you don't have the Team Bardock squad. Yeah, it's going to be a bunch of weirdos. So storied figures is a very weird category. Not a big fan of it. If you don't have the Team Bardock squad, you're going to have to look for Tapion and then all these other randos. So just get a Team Bardock squad together. You will be much better off. And then for the sub EZAs, this is the best part of this. The sub EZAs can be worked on right now. This event is available on global right now. It is a permanently available event. In fact, let me show you. The weakness is revenge. So it all ties back to Bardock in some form or fashion. But let's actually go back here and let me show you. All you got to do is run through the event on the various points that you can get the medals. So yeah, this event right here, permanently available. So you need to run through this stage, stage 20, stage 10, stage 25, and stage 30 so that you can earn enough medals to Extremely Awaken these characters. Now, the thing about these characters, some of you may not necessarily care about them, as some of them are a little bit on the lesser side in terms of relevancy. But what's important is that, oh wait, where am I going? Here we are. What's important is that this physical unit is going to get you 7 out of the 10 steps needed for that special growth campaign challenge missions. Remember I talked about that before? We're currently 7 out of 10 on STR, and we are 0 out of 10 on physical. So if you are trying to get those missions done, you sort of have to do this. And I think this is the only EZA that's coming up aside from the physical Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku. Or they might drop some sort of like global first EZA. I don't know what's going to happen with that. Because we need 10 EZA steps for physical, this gives us 7. The only other one out here would be the Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku, which is a free-to-play, as this is not going to be dropping on global anytime soon, right? This is a JP 8-year anniversary. We're not getting that, so it would only be these 2 characters. So I'm wondering if they're going to be dropping something else. Maybe something for Saiyan Day. Well, actually, not even Saiyan Day, because the missions are going to be expiring once the Bardock celebration ends. Let me actually show you. I think we talked about this, but yeah, we have like 19 days left as I'm recording this video. So once the celebration starts, we've got like 17 days. So yeah, we kind of have to get this done before Saiyan Day starts. I don't know how they're going to do that. That's going to be very interesting. So you got to stay on top of the physical EZAs. If you don't have them, that's where the Team Bardock and Ginyu Force come back into play. And if you don't have those, or if you already got them done, you don't want to do it again, well, we'll see. I also think we might even get STR, LR, Beerus, and Whis. That could account for the final 3 steps for the STR side. But other than that, it's going to be sort of a wait and see kind of game there. Moving on, we've got Chain Battle and Extreme Super Battle Road. So Extreme Super Battle Road is going to be final trump card. This doesn't necessarily have to do with Bardock, but it's the final one in the set, which will allow you to Extremely Awaken the LR Tech Goku Gohan finally. Finally, this stupid unit will Extremely Awaken. It's been so long since the unit's EZA was dropped, and we've had to like incrementally do it. I hated it. This guy is actually a very nice lead and a pretty fun unit to use. So definitely work on this guy, get him done. This will make your free-to-play 200% Goku's family type teams a little bit more easy to use on the free-to-play side, because you'll have a nice 130% friend unit instead of like a 77%. So this is one of those you definitely want to have around. And then for the explosive chain battle, you know, if you like the event, if you don't, fine. You can get up to 20 Dragon Stones. The next boss is going to be First Form Frieza. So shout out to Misaka on Twitter. This is the graphic right here. You can screenshot it. I will also provide a link in the pinned comment or in the description, so go check that out. And if you don't have these units, start getting them. Start cranking out those events. Farm them out. Team Bardock Squad will help. King Vegeta's Super Strike event renewal will help. 8-Bit Vegeta, some of the free-to-play characters that you can acquire from various events to strengthen your support lines. There's also this Bardock from like the story event that they are going to be dropping during the campaign. This one right here. So yeah, you got some work to do if you care about all this stuff. If you don't, no worries. Just enjoy the ride, enjoy all the stones coming up, and wait for the Saiyan Day announcement Dokkan Now video that will be coming soon. Until then, patience. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments, are you excited for the Bardock celebration coming up? What is the #1 thing you are most excited about? Are you going to be summoning for the banner? Are you saving for Saiyan Day? And are you going to be pre-farming all of those sub-EZA medals now, or are you just going to wait until the celebration starts? Because let's face it, once you do all this now, there's not going to be as much stuff to do during then. So what are your thoughts on preparing? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future, and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know I want to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned, and remember to Dokkan responsibly.